Hi friends, I'm Renata. I'm a registered nurse, certified aromatherapist and the founder of Health Drops Academy. Welcome to my channel. Today we are diving into something very current, AI. The big question is, can you trust AI with your essential oil recipes? First of all, I love tech. I really do. AI is fascinating, It can write emails for you, it can help you brainstorm, answer your random questions at 2 a.m. And it always sounds so confident, right? But when it comes to aromatherapy recipes, I need to say this clearly. AI can be unsafe if you don't know what you're doing. I don't want you learning the hard way like some people that I know did. So let me tell you a story. A friend of mine recently had a cold and she asked ChatGPT how to use essential oils for a steam inhalation. A steam inhalation is, in case you don't know, is when you add essential oils into a bowl of hot water and then you just gently inhale this steam. You can just put a towel around your head and the warm vapor will carry the aroma into your airways, and this can help with things like congestion, sinus pressure. You can always use for facial treatments. It's really nice. She had a good idea. Yes, steam inhalation is good. But what ChatGPT suggested, that wasn't so good. So ChatGPT suggested adding 6 to 8 drops of essential oil into hot water. And she did it. What happened was she started having a respiratory reaction straight away. She felt really comfortable. She started sneezing a lot, coughing up a lot of mucus. And it wasn't that gentle, like things are clearing, it's good that it's coming out. It was just a lot of things. She said there was a lot of water coming out of her nose. That is clearly irritation. And her airways, they were not happy. And imagine if someone with asthma did that, or someone with respiratory problems. Steam inhalation is one of these situations where less is more, and sometimes even 1 drop is enough. I generally use 1 drop, and if I'm really sick, maybe 2, but never more than that. And that is the difference that experience and real knowledge makes. So I was so upset with her experience that I decided to test ChatGPT myself for blends to see what will come up with. I asked for a calming blend, a calming roller blend for anxiety. And I said in there that I wanted with bergamot, lavender and frankincense. Suggested me a blend of 5 drops of bergamot, 10 drops of lavender and 5 drops of frankincense into a 10 ml roller bottle. I have 2 big problems with this blend. The first one is that's far too much. So that's a 12% dilution right there. I would never use such a strong dilution, especially for an emotional problem. I asked about anxiety. I would only use maybe 1 to 2% dilution, which in a roller bottle of 10 ml is like 2 to 4 drops in total in the 10 ml bottle. Now the second problem is that bergamot can be phototoxic. That means it makes your skin more sensitive to UV light. And if you apply it on your skin and then go out in the sun, within the next 12 to 18 hours, you increase the risk of burns and dark spots. The regular expressed bergamot, which is the one that can give these reactions, has a group of natural compounds called furacoumarins, and those are the components that are responsible for the phototoxicity. And that is why with this regular bergamot, with this type of bergamot, the maximum recommended dilution for skin products is 0.4%. In practical terms, that's about 2 drops in a 30 ml or 1 ounce of carrier oil bottle. You couldn't even safely measure that in a 10 ml roller bottle using whole drops unless you just first made it properly diluted in a larger blend and then transferred to the small bottle. Now, some bergamot oils are labeled FCF. You probably saw that before, which stands for furanocoumarine free. So these ones, they don't have these phototoxic components. They have been removed. Those ones are safe for topical use even if you go out in the sun. But unless you're using bergamot FCF, 6 drops in 10 ml is not a safe recommendation. And if you're a beginner, you wouldn't necessarily know that. This is a perfect example of why understanding why something works it's so important, and why ChatGPT can let you down if you don't know your stuff. Here's the tricky part. AI doesn't actually know aromatherapy. AI is not learning from clinical experience or any safety training. What AI does is it analyzes patterns in text, in the internet, websites, and then will give you something that statistically looks right. So it will generate a blend that sounds good on paper, like 2 drops of this, 3 drops of that, but the ratios aren't intentional. The dilution doesn't match the purpose, and safety guidelines are inconsistent. And that is the real issue here. You never know. It may give the correct dermal limit in one answer, and then it might suggest an unsafe blend in another answer, or just completely miss important context unless you ask very specifically. For example, once I saw in a blend in ChatGPT suggesting rosemary. But which rosemary? Is it Rosmarinus officinalis, chemotype 1,8 cineol, or is it the rosemary camphor? There are a lot of different types of rosemary, and they have different safety profiles. And the same with thyme, same with basil. And AI rarely clarifies the chemotype unless you specifically ask. And beginners, they don't even know how to ask that because they don't know. The other thing is that aromatherapy is not just about combining scents. It's about safety, it's about therapeutic goals, it's about understanding the person using the blend. Unless you have a strong background in essential oils, AI can mislead you completely. And I want to be very clear on this. I don't want to scare you. Essential oils are not the enemy. They changed my life. And they helped me through anxiety and burnout while I was still working in the healthcare. They helped me reduce chemicals in cleaners and body care products in my home. They helped me build my natural apothecary. I rarely go to the pharmacy now. So when used properly, they are beautiful, powerful tools. But power requires respect. And right now, AI doesn't understand safety in a way that a trained practitioner does. Now, AI isn't all bad. AI is not an enemy. AI can be helpful if you already know your stuff, if you already have a background. And if you have a solid foundation, AI can be like a brainstorming partner. You can ask for ideas, combinations, different creative angles. But, and this is a big but, you have to double check everything. Dilution, contraindications, phototoxicity, children's safety, pregnancy safety, medical conditions. You have to be the expert in the room, not the other way around. Because if you don't have the foundation, AI becomes the teacher. And right now, it's not qualified for that role. Technology is moving so fast right now, and maybe one day AI will be able to calculate dermal limits properly, cross-check contraindications, and create blends that are actually safe. But today, it still misses important safety nuances, and with essential oils, small miscalculations matter. Now, I tested this using the free version of ChatGPT. I don't have the paid version. So if you have the paid version, let me know in the comments if it gives you safe dilutions or warns you about things like phototoxicity or contraindications. This is why learning from a real practitioner matters. Because aromatherapy isn't just about making something smell nice. Aromatherapy is much more than that. It's about safety, synergy, and intention. And I don't think AI will ever give you that. The experience, the intention, all these things that you cannot really explain with words or even chemistry. That's why aromatherapy is a mix of chemistry and art. It's beautiful. But yes, when you learn properly, you will know what you're doing, you will know it's safe, and you don't just get recipes, you learn how to think, because you don't want just a recipe, you want to know why you're using that oil. You need to learn how to think so you know that that blend will be intentional. That's important to me because aromatherapy really transformed my life. It helped me regulate my nervous system, helped me look after my body naturally, and I will never want someone to have a negative reaction because they trusted a random online recipe. So here's the takeaway. AI is fun, it can spark ideas, but it cannot replace knowledge and experience. So use AI as a brainstorming tool, not a recipe generator. Always double check, follow proper safety guidelines, and if you're unsure, just ask a qualified practitioner. If you want to explore blends safely, it's worth learning from someone trained, whether that's me or another certified aromatherapist. It doesn't have to be me. But if you want deeper guidance, I created the aromatherapy blueprint to teach you about 7 essential oils. You will get safe recipes, the work, and how to use essential oils in 4 different ways to get results and don't compromise safety. I also have a free masterclass coming up and I'm really excited for that. It's all about making natural products for cleaning, body care and remedies using only 10 essential oils. And I'll leave the links in the description for you. If you've tested AI with essential oils, I would love to know, did it actually help you or did it miss something important? Let me know in the comments. One more thing. I make these videos for you, so if there's something you would love me to talk about next, if you have a question, if you have a blend you want to learn, if you have a topic you're not sure about, just tell me in the comments. I read them all. Bye for now!